Is to celebrate in Milwaukee right now. The city continues to battle shocking spikes in crime. July is Vehicle Theft Prevention Month, and police and elected officials continue to try to combat a stolen car epidemic. In the first 7 months of the year, the number of cars stolen in our city to date has increased by nearly 200%.
Council members are now weighing their options, even considering suing certain automakers after asking them to enhance anti-theft devices. But some say a lack of community resources and irresponsible car owners could be contributing to this violent trend. Our Ryan Jenkins goes 360 to share multiple perspectives on how to get to the root of the issue and help solve this stolen car epidemic.
It is a violent and deadly trend on the streets of Milwaukee. Kids and teens stealing cars and joyriding. Just last month, police say a 16-year-old driving a stolen car crashed near 76th and Good Hope Road. That teen died, and two 12-year-olds, along with multiple other teenagers, were hurt. Then, just 2 days later, another stolen car smashed into a vehicle after running a red light near 60th and Capitol. Two 18-year-olds died in that crash. Between the first of the year and this time last year, there were more than 1,600 cars stolen in the city of Milwaukee. This year, that number skyrocketing to nearly 5,000 in the same time period, and most of the cars stolen are made by Kia or Hyundai. To hear multiple perspectives on how to combat this issue, we're going 360, talking with an auto theft investigator who says car owners have a role to play in protecting themselves, and to the city's Office of Violence Prevention about the involvement of young people in these crimes. We also hear from both Kia and Hyundai about what they're doing to protect car owners and deter thieves. First, we start with one alderwoman who is on a mission to explore every option possible to hold everyone involved accountable and helping find solutions.
And with 66% of that increase that you're talking about is from two manufacturers, it just makes sense to go to the source to attempt to fix those issues.
Alderwoman Malele Cogs joining Alderman Khalif Rainey in sending this letter to Kia and Hyundai asking them to enhance anti-theft devices in their cars. And now they're introducing this file to the Common Council, asking the city attorney to explore other legal remedies, suggesting a lawsuit against the two automakers could be the next step.
Us writing the letter to Kia and Hyundai was merely an attempt to make certain that they are well aware of the impact that their vehicles and them being easily stolen is having on us as a city. So now they know. So what they do at this point could have an impact on the legal remedies that we may be able to pursue or not.
It's been reported that in some cases, the issue at large is that certain models of these vehicles can be driven without keys in the car. In statements sent to TMJ4 News, both Hyundai and Kia say they're aware of the rise in car thefts. Both say they're working with Milwaukee police to offer anti-theft steering wheel locks to drivers. And Kia says starting next year, quote, all Kia vehicles will have an engine immobilizer fitted as standard. But when we go in depth, what may be most alarming is the age of some of the offenders. Kids not even old enough to drive in some cases, involved in stealing cars and reckless driving. Leaders in Milwaukee's Office of Violence Prevention say the pandemic may have played a role here.
Due to the pandemic, the pipeline that we used to share information with young people was severely severed.
Cargile says the narrative must shift to what can be done to connect these kids to resources that are already available.
Young people do take risks, but ways you can alleviate said risk is creating spaces for them to be safe. We don't have enough of those spaces kind of in these later hours. And on top of that, we're still transitioning out of a pandemic.
That investment could come in the form of employment, mentorship programs, or the creation of out-of-school safe spaces like youth clubs.
It may not be where you need the manufacturers to make the cars harder to steal.
Still, some say it's up to the drivers to do everything they can to help limit the risk as well. Christopher McDonald is the former president of the International Association of Auto Theft Investigators. He says too often drivers make it too easy for thieves.
We have to make sure that we're getting the message out to, our citizens that, lock your car, take your keys, right? So it's as simple as that. And, all the all the anti-theft devices in the world that we're asking the manufacturers to do aren't going to help if somebody leaves their keys in the car.
A major problem that the entire community will likely have to help solve. There are links to more resources on how to best protect yourself as a vehicle owner and information on community resources focused on youth risk prevention on our website right now. Just look for this story at tmj4.com.